Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming back.
That's right.
Step on in here with Sunshine and E.
All right. That's right. Come on.
We are doing some comedy with the ultimate Richard Pryor.
Yep. See,
the late great.
Right. You had the kings of comedy, but I guess this is the king of comedy. And so, which they all give praise. The king of comedy, they've all give praises to him, and said he paved the way, and kind of got some of their feel from here. There's a lot of guys that came after him that you could see he took a little piece of Richard and used, but he's such a one thing I do like about his comedic style is that for me it just gives me visual when he talks. He really spells it out for a lot of times, and that's usually what makes me laugh most about Richard Pryor. Just not necessarily just a joke, but how the joke plays off in my mind and me seeing it almost like it's a sitcom or a comedy sketch. So, but we're going to get into Richard Pryor now. This is one of his performances, and it looks familiar. I don't know which it may be a combination of ones because it said alternate. So right now I can't remember which performance this is, but this is Richard Pryor on stage. But before we get into it, Richard, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share, and comment below. So here you go, let's go.
Say, I got a picture of Richard Pryor.
What's that? Richard Pryor running down the street.
You like me, don't you?
Oh, very much.
Watch out. Sometimes people just want me to talk nasty to them, right? I had to stop drinking, though, because I got tired, like, waking up in my car driving 90. Now, I ain't worried about television. Mudbone don't give a fuck about television.
There's enough to make you crazy. I'm going to tell you all the truth tonight. Okay?
These
You
are
got to
different.
promise not to tell nobody.
Different.
Yes.
Can I trust you? You some lying motherfuckers.
I woke up in an ambulance, right? And it wasn't nothing but white people staring at me. I said, ain't this a bitch? I done died and wound up in the wrong motherfucking house. Now I gotta listen to Lawrence Welk the rest of my day.
Mr. President.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Bigby, Mississippi Herald.
Sit down.
We lived in I guess you call it a brothel. We called it a whorehouse.
Yeah.
But it was home to me.
This story gonna knock you out, okay?
It's been lost for 50 years.
Love you, Richard.
Oh,
Love you, Richard.
love you back. I like that little yell you did. I've heard that somewhere. I was standing there on fire and something said, why, that's so pretty blue. You know what? That looks like fire!
I thought it was okay.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. It's
It's owner of Mint
bits
Mobile.
some of it.
Michael.
And it just showed what I talked about a lot of older comedians that because he was doing, I think that was a Dick Cavett show that he was on, and he talked about being in a brothel, what we call it a whorehouse, but it's home to me. But if you were able to watch that whole interview, he wasn't like on stage doing this bit in his act. A lot of comedians now do that. It's promotion. This is, I guess, a smart thing to do. And so they're promoting themselves where a lot of those older comics, when they got on, did those, they were kind of humorous here and there, but it wasn't like, okay, I'm doing my bit. A lot of them come out and do a little, maybe 2-3 minutes, and then sit on the couch, talk to them just like a regular person. Humorous, but it wasn't doing their bit or doing any of their material. during to kind of promote their what they were doing. But
Just tore up my head.
So that was Richard Pryor, and like I said, those little bits and pieces of some of his stand up. And of course, the one after he caught fire and stuff, he joked about that. But a lot of comedians say they get a lot of their comedy out of the pain or the negative stuff that came through their life. But whenever I heard that, from our first time hearing that bit when he talked about how when they went in there, they was gonna wash him and all that stuff, and
how they gonna wash him?
They kept telling him when he went in there, he says, "Yeah, Richard, we're gonna do it. We're gonna have to wash you, but it's gonna be a while." He said they kept telling me, "We're gonna wash you, wash it." I got to the point, y'all told y'all gonna wash you. He said they took their sponge. He's like, "Oh, don't wash me no more," whatever. But he was telling, and it's just the pain that he went through that fire, where it burned him pretty much from the neck, I think, down to the waist and some of his arms. It was a major portion of his body, and so whenever I hear that, I just even though he was funny, I felt the pain of that. It's like, man, to go through that, because I think essentially, I guess he was saying he was trying to kill himself. But that's the thing, man. Talk to somebody. If you get to that point, you need to talk to somebody that you can listen to, man, because it's bad enough that if you want to try to take your life, but it's even, I guess, could be considered worse when you don't, and you got to suffer through a lot of stuff to get back. And so that always affected me a little bit different than outside of just the comedy, humorous part of it. But I always thought about, I was like, man, I don't never want that to happen to me, man. It's because it seemed like a tough thing to go through.
As a kid, I was never ever really able to listen to Richard Pryor until I became an adult. So we were banned from it.
But it's weird.
My brother used to sneak in with the album, and he would play it.
Okay. See, and that's what's weird, because now I was allowed to listen to him.
Really?
But here's the thing. It wasn't the fact that I was allowed to listen to his albums. Because he was so popular, he was in talk shows were big. He was on a lot of talk shows. So my parents let me look, because he couldn't curse on TV. He couldn't talk about the nasty stuff on TV. He was just, like I said, he was humorous, but I always was interested in listening to him and watching him. So I was able to watch that. I just wasn't able. They would let me watch that, but not let me watch All in the Family. Watch him on the talk show. But of course, his albums are like Red Fox albums, stuff like that. I couldn't root her anymore. They wouldn't let me listen to nothing like that. But of course, they knew if it's going to be in primetime TV, it's got to be clean. He couldn't do that. So, but that's Richard the King. Maybe we'll do one full. He'll do a full bit. But I know pretty much. I would say probably 80, well, more than that, probably 95% of his material. There's very few Richard Pryor jokes or bits that he's done that I haven't heard, because I was all into Richard Pryor. I used to actually do the Mudbone thing myself and used to entertain people with that. So that's Richard Pryor, and y'all let me know about what y'all think about the late great Richard Pryor. But before we go, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share and comment below, and I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening
to
to
Sunshine
Sunshine
and
and
E.
E.